Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Make sure you please click the like button, share the fuck out this shit, make sure you can make somebody's day. Also to check out some of my past videos I did make, uh, on just various topics, pertaining to men, the advice, I like to give and just different stuff in general, I had some things on my mind, I wanted to kind of talk about and kind of discuss today. This is a open mic, you are welcome to join, express your mind, your feelings, whatever the fuck, you understand, but without any further ado, make sure you understand, please click the like button, share the videos, you guys, you'd be surprised who's day you may make, anyway, today's topic I wanted to talk about mostly is the cost of living in some parts of the U.S. and current upbringing of children in today's society, man. I wanted to talk about that shit, and the reason why is because the fucking delusion out here is off the fucking chain, okay? The delusion is really fucked up, okay? I'm going to explain. I'm going to talk about the cost of living, and then I'm going to talk about also the upbringing of the children. And then this is an open mic. We also, too, you can talk about whatever the fuck you want to. You're welcome to come up on my panel. Let me see if I can share the link real quick, if possible. I think I could share the link. Let me see. This is my first time doing this in a while, you guys. So here, I'm going to share the link. I'm going to put it in the chat. And then after I put it in the comment section, what have you, right, then we're going to be good to go. You understand? So, but anyways, though, I'm glad to kind of be back on here. It's been a little bit, I had my own thing going on or what have you, and, I just went on ahead and just said to myself, hey, let me go ahead and shoot me a live stream and shit, so, it's been a little bit. So, but anyway, cost of living. So, I was in one of the comment sections with somebody, all right, and they're in the travel ministry, and they were talking about a topic that was pretty interesting to me about I think it was G Unit's son saying that 6,000, saying a topic about $6,700, if it's a lot of money and it's not. And I think there was a woman that's getting child support in that amount, man, which is a good chunk of fucking money, man, depending on where the fuck you live at. You understand? I think it's $6,100. Okay. And I'm the type of person, I'm very, very transparent, pragmatic, straight to the point. I don't like to argue in text messages. I don't argue in fucking comment sections or whatever. I take that as some feminine shit. Anytime you got to go back and forth in the comment section, text message, or fucking email with another guy, or female, that's some feminine shit. You just don't fucking do that, But what I will say is I had a choice of words, and I did express those words accordingly. Okay. So I'm just gonna break it down. Okay, so $6,700. $6,700 is coming in continuously every single month. Every single month. Okay, for the single mom. And you guys know on my channel, I promote that no man extracts any money to a goddamn woman to see your kid. You shouldn't have to extract money to a woman. You should not. Whatever. And I tell these people that you shouldn't extract any fucking money to a female. If anything, you need to go take your ass to court first and go get custody of your kid. Go get joint custody or full custody without paying any child support and without having visitations. You don't want visitations. You want custody. You want care. You want to be there for that child. You don't want to be the fucking weekend dad or any shit like that. You understand? So anyway, I think somebody just made a comment here. Let me click on it. It says, seeing what things cost: rent, mortgage, food, utilities. I can't afford kids. Hey, Mr. Riggs Jr., I can't blame your ass. Shit. I tell people nowadays you can't. You really can't, in some cases, you know. And I tell my boys on my channel, you know, right off the gate, to make sure that if you do decide to have kids, you make sure that you can afford it, you know, but do everything that you can do to prevent it until you're in a financial situation where you can afford it. And also to make sure that if you're going to have kids, this is just my opinion, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but have kids in a society where the laws favor the men or both the men and the woman equally. Because here in the United States and Canada and the United Kingdom, let me fucking tell your ass, these rules do not favor men. These laws don't favor men. You know, they favor the fucking women every time, but they do not favor men for shit. You understand? All right, they just don't. Okay, all right, it's just keep it a buck. They just don't. Okay. So, but let's go back to topic. $6,700. Okay, so there was a rant going back and forth, and I said that you know, $6,700 in some places in the United States can go a long fucking way. It can, you know. If I had $6,700 coming in for the rest of my motherfucking life, right? I'm here in the Midwest, right? I'm in Kansas City, okay? And I tell people in Kansas City and in the Midwest, most states that's touching the state of Missouri or that's northern or southern of the state of Missouri, right? Just right in the middle of the United States, shit's cheap. I ain't gonna lie, shit's cheap, you know. Where some places, some people were telling me gas is like fucking $7, $8 a gallon. God damn it, out here, gas is like, man, $3.36. Okay. All right. And to us, our cost of living, to us, that's high in the motherfucker. That's just to us. Okay. Where there's like places like California, I want to say places like Georgia, New York, and Miami, man, they getting smashed, karate chop, Mr. Miyagi hit over the fucking head for gas, okay? And let's not talk about the rent, man. Well, hell, let's talk about the rent, okay? I've seen guys who've told me, man, that they're paying right in rent as high as like $4,000 a month. Oh my fucking God, okay? And for like, you know, 3 and 4 bedrooms, I can't fucking see that shit. I just cannot see myself paying that high of a fucking rent, not let alone a mortgage. I just can't fucking do it, you know? You know, it's just like, to me, I don't believe in giving up money that you don't have to give up, you know, unless it's for like a donation or a charity or a contribution, you understand, or an investment, you know. And you got guys who are so delusional, right? They'd rather go ahead and take their money, right, and fork it off into companies and people and not get a return on the investment, but still complain about the situation. Why the fuck are you doing that dumb shit? I just don't understand it. Why? It's simple. It's simple math. You know, you take your little research, you know, we got the internet right here at the tips of our hand, and you find out what states and what areas are the fucking cheapest compared to your living situation, right? And then you make a firm decision if it makes economic sense for you to currently stay in your current situation or not. You know, think about it. If it doesn't make any sense for you to stay in your current situation, but yet you still complaining about the bills, why are you complaining about this shit? Especially if you're in a financial situation to change it. You know, understand? Now, I can understand if you are invested where you got like bills out of the ass. Let's say you got a family, you're married, you know, what have you, right? Whatever got you stuck. That's one thing. But when you in the financial position to actually afford it, to actually bounce, to leave that situation, God damn it, you deserve whatever the fuck is coming to you. You know, if you were in a state and you're intentionally having kids with women where you know these women can go ahead and kick ass off child support and hit you over the head for child support, plus the cost of living is high, and you still going out here and do it, you deserve exactly the consequences that are coming to your bitch ass. You sitting up here getting hit for child support, nigga? You sitting up here, right, getting hit for alimony or whatever? You deserve exactly what's coming to you because you're in a financial situation where you know you can change that shit. Why are you putting yourself in these fucked up scenarios? I just don't understand it. Let me go to the comment section. Mr. Riggs Jr. said, especially post C-19, I think that's COVID-19, the inflation is killing my wages, purchasing power. I wouldn't dare going looking for a date. Hey man, there was a show, Riggs, man, Riggs, you were the truth. There was a show, man, where this guy, Luke Powell, go to his channel, okay? He's broadcasting out of Mexico, man. He said the most realest shit a couple months ago. He said, if I date in the United States, I got to play by the rules. And I wondered what he was saying in the rules. He said the rules is this. Before I even go on a date with you, I need to know, right, am I having sex with you or if I can afford dinner? Because he said in California, gas, this is at that time, gas is like $7 a gallon. So if I'm not having sex with you, but I got to come all the way across town to pick you up, plus invest money to go ahead and actually go on a date with you, plus pay for the date, I didn't even know we have sex. We are in the economy where we got to make financial decisions of if the date is even worth it or not. So yeah, that's real shit. Shout out to you, Riggs Jr. Shit. Let me go to the other part that he said, man. And the average wage for the typical Joe is $55K. Rents are $1,100 to $1,500 a month plus everywhere else. If you got a new truck that don't need work at all, you're looking at 800 plus in payments, right? Well, that's if you're actually getting the finance, using credit, of course, being conservative, that makes kind of sense, 55K now, I mean, I'm very, very conservative that the average Joe makes anywhere between, I want to say 35, to roughly about 50 grand a month, average, but like I said, it really depends on what part of the country you stay at, to actually be able to afford this shit. You understand? Let's go to the next one, man. Riggs, you're on fire today. Love it. It says, I know dudes got hit by Nebraska for 71% of his take home. Okay. Can anybody afford to have a roof over their head on 29% of your income? Fuck no. They can't. Answer this question. Did that person get hit over the head in child support or was it fucking alimony? I want to know. Was it child support? Was it alimony? I mean, was it back taxes? The IRS, audited them? I don't know. Please go into detail more about that situation. You made another comment. It says, seems like only simps do the date thing. I got the most cat from Vicious. I didn't spend a cent on. Wow. I mean, yeah, probably in the States. Yes. I can believe you probably got the most cat from them, that you didn't spend a cent on. That happens in the States, But again, a lot of guys believe that you got to lead with your wallet or whatever. I disagree with that. You shouldn't have to lead with your wallet. You lead with yourself first. Okay. All right. She shouldn't have to take you for how much in your goddamn pocket. You leading with your wallet, then you're actually exposing yourself to a woman out there that can possibly take advantage of your ass, And if you lead with your wallet, you lead with yourself first. Okay. You lead with yourself, your personality, your perseverance, and see if she accepts you for that. She doesn't accept you for that. Kick that hole to the curb and go somewhere else. You understand? There's billions of women all across the planet, so yeah, but don't lead with your wallet. Lead with yourself first. Lead with your personality. You sit down and get to know her, have her get to know you. Don't be breaking bread for these goddamn women unless they're willing to emotionally invest in you and invest time with you. You understand? So thank you. He said, I am in Eastern Nebraska. Yeah, you're right here in the fucking Midwest. You're not far from me. I tell people, look, shit's cheap here in Missouri. It is. But as long as you're not doing dumb shit like getting these fucking women pregnant, getting married, moving in with women, or going half on a business with them or whatever, or 75% of the business with them or whatever, or getting hit for child support, alimony, or getting sued. Any of those dumbass things, shit is affordable, depending on where you're located at and what your income is. And also depending on, too, what field of work you're in. If you're in some type of field of work that doesn't make any fucking money or much money or whatever, then, it's a no-brainer. But if you're sitting right here actually, well, I'm making $30,000 and we take the 30,000 divided by 12 or whatever, right? And it comes out to a figure, and you're getting, and 75% of your money coming in every month is going towards rents, and you don't have enough for utilities, gas or any shit like that or whatever. That's just simple as, you know, you just need to get into another career field or get the fuck out of that goddamn area and go to an area where you can afford it, that can maintain that income. You understand? That's all. So anyway, Riggs, another comment, he says, I believe it was both. Child support and Alice, right? He called alimony Alice. Is it horny anymore? Money. He was in the military. He goes by Thumper, the sweaty fat guy on here. What the fuck? Damn, for real? So he was getting hit by both. Wow, really? I didn't even know that shit. Damn. Wow. To get hit by alimony and child support. God damn. Riggs, you made me want to shed a tear for the man. If you can, get in contact with his ass. Tell him to come on the stream, man. Tell him, come on over here, man. Come on over Mr. GG's doorstep and shit. We can talk about that shit, man. For real. This is fucked up. So, anyways, shout out to D-Man, man. Hey, how you doing, D-Man? Yeah, good to see you, man. Sometimes I see you hanging out at other people's chats and shit, though, man. So, yeah, you're welcome to come to stream if you want to, man. You know, go to the top of the stream, you guys. You guys are more than welcome to join, you know. So, yeah, so, but anyways, though, like I was saying, you guys, when it all boils down to it, you know, I tell these guys, you know, it's a, hold up. Riggs said one more thing. Wow, Riggs on fire. One moment. Let me see if I can contact him. Okay, cool. And Riggs, you're more than welcome to get on this too, man. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this cost of living and the upbringing of the children out here. You know, if you can afford it or not, man, you know, even if you're making money or not or whatever, you know, I want to talk about this, you know, and bring this shit up to speed, you guys. You know, make sure you guys click the like button. You know, I really appreciate it. You know, share the fuck out this video. You know, this is a live stream, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let me see if I can repost. Let me repost the StreamYard link again. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Wow. Yeah, so I'm reposting the StreamYard link. So if anybody cares to join, you're more than welcome to join. Okay. So what I was saying is that there's places out here people are in the position to move to. They just choose not to, man. They choose to not move out of that situation, but yet just fucking complain about the shit or whatever, you know. But again, but it really depends, like I said, where you live at, what your cost of living is, things like that. But the $6,700, man, I'm gonna be honest, and any of y'all in the chat can comment on this shit. If you had $6,700, right, in your current state and or city that you live in, we're just assuming that you're here in North America, Canada, or the United States, right? Not Mexico, all right? Fuck no, because we already know $6,700 take you way over fucking board in Mexico, okay? Would you be able to self-maintain yourself in your particular state, city, or county? I want to know $6,700, right? And also, too, right, do you believe that a woman should receive fucking $6,700 a month in fucking child support, okay? You let me know. Do you believe that guys should continue to just hand money over to women just to see their kids, or to hand money over so then she can hold that kid away from him, even though he's forking out all that cash? I want to hear from you. Let's go to Riggs. Riggs said something else. He said, unfortunately, I don't have him on my Discord. I'm on break and need to head back. I'll keep listening. Thank you. Okay, no problem, man. No problem, man. You know, hey, man, whatever it takes. But listen, man, $6,700. I don't give a fuck. That's a nice chunk of money coming in for the rest of your life. Bring your ass here to Missouri. Shit, you can get you out here. You can get you like a studio or one bedroom out here. Go on Craigslist for like $500 to $600 a month, man. Now, it's not going to be in the best living area, I'll tell you that. You know, you're going to be surrounded by slumlords, the ambulance, crackheads from walking up and down the street and shit like that, man. You know, that's just how it is, you know, whatever, man. But back in the day, I want to say like in the 2000s or what have you, right? 2000s, we was paying, man, like fucking $350 a month, hell, $250 a month. And this is just for a studio. Raggedy piece of shit. Roaches, rats everywhere, whatever. Of course, you got your number one slumlord in that motherfucker for like $250 to $300 a month, man. Ambulance, fucking high crime, police out damn near every night in those areas, okay? But if you move up the rental ladder, right, to get you just a standard cool place, this is back in the day now, a standard cool 2-bedroom, man, 2-bedroom. You can get one between $500 to $600 a month, okay? And in some places, depending on where you at here in Kansas City, you can still do that, okay? You can still do that. That's not including your utilities, okay? Now, it's more often that you'll find a 2-bedroom nowadays for about $600 to $700 a month, right? Well, all the utilities paid except for your electricity. So you just pay for your electricity and you pay your $600 to $700 a month. Yeah, you can go find that shit. You know, you can go on Craigslist. Hell, you could go on apartments.com. You can go on Zillow, or you can go on Trulia and actually find these places. But what the key thing is that you can actually deal with private owners, you know, private landlords who actually will work with you. They like to work deals, you know. If you got a felony or criminal record, right, you can deal with a private landlord. They can work with you. Money talks out here. You understand? Now, are the private landlords easy to find? No, that they are not. Take it from me, you know, because if you got a bad record, let's say you got evictions or fucking bankruptcy or whatever the fuck, right? They're out there, but you're going to have to continue to dig. You're going to have to fucking continue to dig. You understand? You know, for these private landlords. These private landlords are fucking out here. They are, but you just got to continue to dig. You understand? But let's see. Let's go back to the chat. Carlos, the Blue Book Jet, aka the Red Pill Passport, bro. What's going on, big homie? Yes, he actually came in the room. I seen that Pablo went live not too long ago also, too. You know, he's talking about a topic. I thought you was probably over there and everything, you know. So good to see you in the chat, man. Now, I had to go live on this, man. We're talking about the cost of living in some cases, right? And the current upbringing of children in today's society. You understand? So without further ado, please click the like button, share my videos in multiple Facebook groups, Twitter groups, share it on Reddit. I highly appreciate it. Share it to your buddies on WhatsApp, Skype, whatever, you know. So this is an open mic. You're more than welcome to join. Please click the StreamYard link. And also, too, I will invite you on in if you want to come on in. But anyways, though, but $6,700, you know, we were talking about that. I think it was on Yishana's channel. You know, he actually posted it, and there was a lot of guys in the comment section. You know, you don't understand. And I'm in New York. You could get $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month to me, that shit is expensive in a motherfucker. I can't see myself paying no goddamn $1,500 a month. I can't even see myself, man, even paying fucking $1,000, man. Okay, but out here in Missouri, hell, Ohio, Nebraska, all right, any part that's touching Missouri, right? Oklahoma, you know, right? Even some parts of Kansas, right? You can get you a spot, man. Here's the window, anywhere between $6,000 and about $1,000 a month, depending on where you want to live at. 2-bedroom. All right. I always think 2 bedrooms are better. Okay. In my case, I got one daughter. She's 13 from the date of this video. And we always think, you know, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, because I like the bedroom for myself, bedroom for my daughter. And then the other room is my office space. And I'm straight. That's a cool apartment, a cool house, a townhome, a condo, or what have you, you know. But it also depends on, too, if you're renting, if you got financing and you're paying a mortgage every month, you know, all those factors all play a role. If you're doing a contract for deed deal or a lease option deal in real estate, that's a whole nother conversation I could school you about. It really depends on that, you know. So I also want to talk about the current upbringing of the children, man. And let me tell you, man, these children, man, they're fucked up in this generation. They are. Yeah. My daughter, I had a situation with her I'm going to talk to you guys briefly about, and then a situation I seen the other day, okay? But I had a situation on Discord, like Riggs Jr. was talking about Discord. My daughter had entertained some conversations in there, man, and I'm not just going to disclose what happened, but let's just put it like this, that I'm against my kid being in chat rooms, and I'm against my kid being in rooms where she doesn't know if they're grown ass men or women trying to lure her in. And I actually was on YouTube. I looked up. There were some little girls and little boys who actually came up missing using Discord. You know, they actually did. You know, okay. So I tell you guys on here as some advice to make sure that you show precaution on your kids. You understand? You show precaution. Make sure they're not getting on websites or any bullshit they have no business getting on. They will try to actually sneak behind your back and do that shit, you know, but you make sure you monitor these kids, because I'm telling you, man, they can be some little sneaky motherfuckers, you know, whatever, you know. My philosophy, I already told my kid, is you can try that sneaky shit, but it can only last for so long, because eventually I'm going to catch your ass, okay? All right? Your 13-year-old ass do not mean you're 31, you know, and we had a long talk about this, what have you, you know. I'm not going to embarrass her real hard on here, you know, because, you know, she's still my ace boo coon, you know, but at the end of the day, she got to understand that I'm the parent, I am the adult, and I'm the father. Okay. All right. And she is the child. Right. And until she turns 18 or what have you, you know, then, hey, she has to abide by certain things that I laid down in the household. And also it's only for her own protection. You understand that, you know, but these kids are being brought up out here where they're encouraging little boys and little girls to become the opposite sex. Like they're actually pushing this shit onto them. You know, they're pushing this shit. They're telling the little girls, telling the little boys, well, it's okay for you to be a boy even though you're a girl, or it's okay for you to be a girl even though you're a boy. Okay? They're pushing this shit. You know, you guys think I'm like, they are fucking pushing this shit. Okay? I say this because, like, out here, okay, we get on buses, we got bikes here, we got streetcars here, different public transportation systems. I was on the bus one day, man, and I seen a fucking little kid, man. He was a fucking teenager, man. This shit fucked me up. I know Kevin Samuels was joking about this shit, but to see this shit, right, through my red pill lens, Carlos, to see this shit, dude, my red pill fucking goddamn Peter Parker visions fucked me up, right? And this was under 5 minutes. I'm like making sure I'm processing what the fuck I'm about to tell you guys. So me and my daughter, I get her from the bus. Well, actually, no, I get her from school. I get on the bus, and I have a seat, and I see a little light-skinned boy, right? Like he was a teenager, like my daughter, was flopping around with a fucking female's bonnet on, man. A bonnet. You cannot never make this shit up. That boy had a big ass burgundy bonnet, man. I thought, okay, let me level. Is this a chef's hat he got on? Then I said, no, a lot of chef's hats don't necessarily look like that. I mean, bonnets kind of look like chef's hats. You think about. No, he had a fucking burgundy female's bonnet on, laughing his ass off. This thing swinging all around and shit. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Damn. The bonnet campaign of the globe has slowly expanded to our younger generation. Wow. Are you fucking kidding me, man? A female bonnet. Like this is fucking sickening, man. I seen a little boy doing that shit. I was like, God, Lord, where the hell are we going to this society? And of course, you know, I wanted to get my ass up. I wanted to say some shit. I wanted to say some shit bad to the motherfucker, man. But come on, man. A bonnet, man, on a female bonnet, man, on a young boy, man. Where are the fathers at? Where are they at? Y'all want to know where they at? I know where they at. They said no to him. They kicked him out of the house. They chose child support. They chose TANF. They chose welfare over the fathers, and now they've been kicked out. They're gone, and now they're forcing this. Now the single mothers are forced to raise little boys to become females. You got it. Yes, the little boys have become over time feminine, man. And so when the women actually get these little boys, right, at the time that they are adults, when these boys become adults, they're like, why in the world this man I get, he's feminine. He doesn't take out the trash. He doesn't do any yard work or whatever. Well, you got your answer. They've been raised by single mothers. Okay. And the fact that they've been raised by single mothers, right, puts us in a very, very extraordinary situation. It puts us in a situation where now we are seeing the result of the independent, I don't need no man woman who actually has raised this boy. Like I always say, women can never, ever raise a boy to become a man. They can't. Okay. And like I always say, it is always important that the father is always in the upbringing of the child's life. Female, boy, male, doesn't matter, man. You got to have that father there, because the father, right, he's going to start that leadership role. He's going to establish that leadership role, and he's going to keep the leadership role and show the kids the difference between what's right and what's wrong. You need that balance, man. You need it. If you got both parents in the child's life, right, that child actually has a better chance of being successful psychologically wise than just having that one parent. It's just a fucking fact. Okay. It is. Okay. Going around saying that you are just one parent and you can do it all, right? The child will have some type of success, but only limited, because you've been raised by the fucking single father, the fucking single mother. That's all it is. Okay. And as far as our single fathers, like I said it before, and I said it again about our single fathers, we are rare. We are fucking rare. You're not seeing armies of us. No, we're rare, man. We're rare. Okay. So there's not much shit that a lot of women can say. They can try to project, well, what about the single father? What about them? Do you see armies of us at the DFS office, right? The Division of Family Support Office, or you guys might call it a different term in your state, right? Do you see armies of us, though, right, out there, right, applying for aid or any shit like that? No, you don't. You don't. You'll see some of us, right, but not a lot. It's like, you may see probably 20% of us, maybe, right, out of like 80% of the women crowded in that motherfucker for aid, trying to rake in and get that child support check. It's very rare that you see a guy actually trying to collect alimony. It's rare. It's fucking rare, whatever, But these guys always get hit over the fucking head, man, and I just can't understand this, Let me go to the comment section, okay? Carlos, Red, he said, I was over there for a minute. Oh, okay, got you. So you was over at Pablo's channel for a minute. I see. I completely understand. It's cool, So, yeah, it's fine, man. Like I said, I seen Pablo go live not long ago, So I mean, that's just what it is, you might see a little smoke blowing. I got incense, I like incense in my place and everything. So, but like I said, the upbringing of the children in today's society, it is really a catastrophe. It is. About 3 months ago, I kind of told Carlos about this shit too, offline, but hell, fuck it. This is my channel. I'm gonna tell y'all now. When it comes to guns, okay, the gun control situation is pretty fucked up. You got a lot of pro-gun guys out there, right? Thinking that if they enforce some type of gun control law, right, they're gonna take all their guns or whatever. I'm gonna tell you a story, okay, and it's gonna reflect that argument, okay. About 3 months ago, okay, me and my daughter, we were in our room, okay, all right, and you just gotta remember, it doesn't matter if it's a rich area, poor area, middle class area, doesn't matter, right? Guns are fucking everywhere, okay, all right. Kids and people with psychological problems can get access to these guns very quick, quicker than a normal person who is responsible with and without a gun. Okay. We were just sitting there chilling. It was on a Sunday, and all of a sudden there was a shooting. Boom, 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 boom. I told my daughter, get down, get down. Doom, doom, doom. They shot our motherfucking building up. All right. They shot our building, man. We got an apartment building we stay in. Okay. We in South Kansas City. Okay. So my daughter's on the ground. She asking, she's in her room. I'm in my room, but I got her down in her room. All right. She asked, Gigi, why are they shooting? Gigi, why are they shooting? I said, baby, get there. I don't know. Doom, doom, doom. So after the shooting stopped for, we're going to say about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I mean, not 20 minutes. Let's say 2 minutes. I crawled on the ground, man, over to my window in my room. I told my daughter to stay down, man. And I looked up, and there was this crowd of fucking like kids, man. These kids were between 12 and 17. Okay. I could just look at them. I seen them. There was about, I don't know, about 14, 15 of them, man, running across the parking lot. And there was a vehicle, a SUV, and they piled all of them as they could in that SUV. And the rest of, I want to say 6 of them, like scattered somewhere else, right? I don't know how they managed to fit all those motherfuckers in there. It's SUV. All right. Parked the SUV, and they turned around and drove out of the driveway. As they were driving out of the driveway, man, there was a dude that came out of my unit with a double barrel, man, young kid, man. He was young in the motherfucker, big ass York, double barrel, man, you know, running, man, with hiding that motherfucker, man, on the low or whatever, right? Light skinned dude. I was like, what the fuck? So after that, I would say about 10, 15 minutes later, after they left in the SUV, I told my daughter to stand up or whatever, right? She stood up, I stood up, and then she's like, what do you want to do? I said, let me check on the neighbors. So I go out in the hallway, check on the neighbors. My neighbor next door, she had her door shot the fuck in and her wall shot in, man, like 3, 4 times, whatever. She's over there panicking, oh my God, whatever, right? So I'm like sitting up here like, damn, this is some fucked up shit. Police finally come 15 minutes later. Everybody's asking where the fuck they was at. They should have been here. Da, 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 da. Okay. Police here, we're going to say they about, I don't know, about 20 deep. Okay. Right. 20 deep at about 8 different cars. Right. All right. No ambulance came here. So far, nobody came up dead. Nobody hurt. Thank God. There's hella people at my building because the other building got shot too. Okay. I look outside, man. They had like 14 bullet holes, right? All over the side of the building and shit. Luckily, they didn't hit necessarily my unit per se, but they hit other parts of the building that I'm in. Does that make sense? Okay. Police came over and they started asking the neighbors for questions or whatever. And I asked them, man, I said, so these kids are like 14 to 17 years old. Can you do anything to arrest them, right, for shooting? They said, well, to be honest with you, we can't really do nothing. I said, how the fuck is that? Well, United States government passed a law that basically anybody can have access to a gun. Anybody. Did I say it again? Anybody can have access to a gun. So I said, well, can you arrest them? They said, well, we can arrest them for destruction of property. Okay. And but what'll happen is that we can't take them into custody and take them to jail necessarily. No, since they're underage and they're a minor, guess what? The parents can just simply go and pick them up. Incredible. Incredible. Okay. And mind you, there's hella neighbors out here scared and tears, all this other shit, right? Okay. So the sergeant came out and I asked the sergeant, man, I was like, so, in my opinion, and remember, I'm not a fucking right-wing wacko. I am not on the fucking left at all. I'm neither one of those. I'm not a lefty, nor I'm on the right. I'm not a fucking Republican at all. Fuck that. All right? Because they got a lot of fucked up shit with those Republicans, and I'm not a Democrat either. Okay? They got a lot of fucked up shit with them. Okay? All right? That's a whole nother conversation of politics. All right? Either one. I'm not pro-gun or any of that shit, okay? But just hear me out. So the sergeant said, well, I said, no, I asked him, I said, man, they need some type of gun control around this motherfucker, man. These kids got access to these guns very quickly. And people with psychological issues. You know what he told me? Well, if they enforce gun control, they gonna take our guns. They gonna take our guns. I said, let me tell you something, man. You can't assume that somebody's going to take your gun, especially, man, if you're a responsible person. Here's my point. There should be stricter gun control, okay, for those who are minor kids and those who have psychological issues, okay? Not those who have a gun and that is responsible with that gun, who knows how to put the gun away, who knows how to not have that gun having access to children or people who are irresponsible. Not them. No, they deserve to keep their gun. But those who are who have psychological issues, who are children, whatever, we should have stricter laws if in the event they even think about getting a gun. There should be some type of consequence or whatever. But here's my point, you guys, man. You can always rebuild a gun. You can always replace a gun. But the number one thing you can never replace is a motherfucking life. A life. That could have been me, my daughter, his daughter, him, or whatever. After I told him that, he didn't have shit else to say, man. He had to get back to duty, investigate the act or what have you. I'm saying is that these goddamn kids got access to these guns quicker than responsible people. Yeah, I seen a mentally retarded person, right? They got access to a goddamn gun. You understand? Or whatever, right? And can just go down the street and just shoot up people for no damn reason. You understand? We had a theater event where there was a shooting at the theater. I mean, it's crazy, you know, or whatever, you know. And people ask, well, why are you promoting passports? Why are you encouraging brothers to get their passports? Here's another one of the reasons. Because if you go to other parts of the goddamn world, everywhere, and I mean everywhere, is not North America. Okay? Last time I talked to a buddy of mine who's in Thailand and who has been to Thailand or who's been in the Philippines, right? They had not had to duck for one fucking bullet. None. You have to duck for fucking bullet. Why do you have to? It doesn't make any sense that you have to be in the area and still carry a pistol while enjoying yourself on a fucking beach. That is fucking crazy. That is sad, man. You can't even go to a goddamn park with your kid, man. Just to worry about if somebody's going to go shooting and shit. You got to carry your gun with. That is fucking sad, man. This is the society that we have grown into. It is a fucked up society, man. And this is just one of the topics, from guns to fucking goddamn teaching the kids how to become the opposite sex and pushing that shit, man. This society is fucked all the way up. You got little boys out here wearing bonnets and shit, man. You got grown ass men wearing fucking purses and shit. Like, this is incredible, man. Shit. Dude, I'm a millennial, man. Look, I just turned 40 years old, man. Like I said, my group of guys, right? My window of guys, right? Or guys between the ages of 37 to 43. That's my window of guys there, right? You know, I grew up in my generation, okay? All right. And the thing is that, man, you know, we were never taught to do any of these things. We just wasn't, man. It was like right is right, wrong is wrong. Now we in a society of fuck it. You can do whatever you want as long as nobody says shit about it, man. Freedom of speech is becoming a fucking joke, man. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials, man. I watched this channel today, man. And he spoke some real shit about freedom of speech, man. The freedom of speech is starting to become a fucking joke out here, man. You can't say what the fuck you want to say or when you want to say without somebody out there getting fucking offended. You understand? We also got a culture of people, man, who always got the need to be fucking right, man. You know, why do you got the need to be right all the goddamn time? Can you accept the fact that there are some times that you could be wrong? There could be some times that you could be incorrect. No, they can't accept that shit. You know, it's either, well, my research, according to my research, says this. Now, fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. I was watching One Master Teacher stream, man. Shout out to One Master Teacher. And some guy, man, came on there twice, man, talking about I did my research, man, about Brazil and guys are not successful or those women are not as pretty down there and all this shit or whatever. And Master Teacher asked a 100% intelligent question. Have you ever been to Brazil? No, but according to my research, then how the fuck you gonna make a statement about fucking Brazil that guys are not successful, right? But you never been there. And we got multiple guys. Now I'm paraphrasing what Master Teacher saying. We got multiple guys who are showing receipts, showing evidence, showing proof, showing testimonials that these guys are not only successful with the women, but the food and businesses, you know, in Brazil, man. And Master Teacher had plenty of content on there, man, to back that shit up. Not just from when he just recently went to Brazil, but from the past. He's been to Brazil multiple times, man. Think about this shit, you guys. But his delusion came in where he was convinced that as long as he could go to a computer screen, look at it, instead of actually being there in fucking person and believing a video of actual evidence, boots on the ground evidence, he was still fucking right. Ain't that a fucking bitch? He said, you can go to my video. You can see all the guys on my channel that been down there. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your research. I call him Mr. Research. I said, Mr. Research's is bullshit. Okay, I call his ass Mr. Research. Motherfucker, how the fuck you gonna sit up here and somebody who's bringing you boots on the ground evidence and that's actually down there, you're gonna say that this person is wrong on top of the multiple guys, the multiple receipts that these brothers are producing down in Brazil and in parts of South America and in parts of Thailand and in parts of Eastern Africa and all over the goddamn globe, that they're disingenuous or that could not be true, but your ass ain't never been out the country. Shut your ass up. If I'd have been Master, he was nice that day. He was. If it had been me, I would have told him, get the fuck off my motherfucking stream. I would have told his ass that shit. That's just me. Shit. I don't give a shit. So, but no, man, I just wanted to tell y'all, man, that the delusion is fuck and the fuckery is for real, man. It is for real, man. Also, man, too, wanted to also talk about another thing that came to my attention was, comparing as far as the cost of living, different parts of the United States versus other parts. Like, for example, okay, I was talking to a buddy of mine and he makes about 60 grand a year and he stays in California. All right. And he said we're doing okay out there. I wouldn't say well. He's doing okay with 60 grand a year in California, right? Because he got expenses and other shit you got to pay for, right? Okay, right? All right. And he stays in, I think, some place called Stockton. If you guys are in the chat, please correct me with what Stockton is, or San Francisco, Orange County, stuff like that, LA is, or whatever. You just fucking correct me. I'm fine, right? I'm from the Midwest. And he was telling me like the average rents out there, like for a 1-bedroom, I think it's like fucking $1,500 a month to like $2,500. That is fucking crazy. Okay. And there are like mountains of females, not males, females that are becoming fucking homeless out there. That is fucking sick. Homeless. I thought our homeless rate was fucked up out here, man. No. They got us beat by a long shot, okay? They do, right? And you would think as President Biden's inviting some of these refugees over from Ukraine, you would really think that before he brought them over here, the first thing he should do, this is just me talking, I'm not a senator, I'm not a congressman or the president or anything, but it's just my opinion. I'd sit down with the president. And the president should have a big ass Zoom meeting with all the governors of each state, man, and just tell them right off the gate, man, we need to just seize a lot of land and a lot of houses that have been sitting there for years that are unlivable and uninhabitable conditions. Okay. And we should spend about 6 months to a year to just invest our money to get them up, livable and uninhabitable, and take the homeless that we currently have out here and bring those motherfuckers into those houses, right, and introduce them to the programs that are pre-existing that can help them pay for the rent, pay for the utility, just temporarily for about a year or two, help them get on their feet, so then therefore they can transition and start getting a job instead of just letting these fucking houses sit there. Because I know homeowners right now who I talk to, and they got houses sitting there easily like 5-10 years, bunch of bushes, grass, confetti. Not confetti, but debris. They got squatters in there, whatever, just fucked up houses just sitting there, whatever, and they just every year paying the property taxes on it, and they refuse to bring a renter in there. They refuse to sell that, just sit there and just collect taxes or whatever, right? And then when the city starts sending them notices, hey man, what's going on with this house or whatever, they get in a panic. The city's gonna sell my house, and then they got to turn back around, scrape up all this money for the city fees. And then they got to pay for those fees in order for them to maintain that house. Incredible. And it's like a never ending cycle, like fucking every year. and then they get in the, and then they're lucky, they pay the taxes, because the thing, if they do miss the taxes, it goes out on the courthouse steps, but even if it goes on the courthouse steps, there's a percentage of them that don't sell, man. And I say to myself, why don't the government, man, if these motherfuckers don't sell, man, just seize them, man. Just get these motherfuckers, get a notice out. Hey, man, you got about 90 days to get this thing livable, habitable. You don't do that shit, we about to seize it. And if they ignore that notice, man, government take possession of that motherfucker, man. Because we got too many of these houses and buildings is just sitting right there. And nobody's doing shit with them, man. They're just sitting there and just paying the taxes, or some of these people passed away and don't know what to do with them. Like, it's insane, man. But that's just an option to fix the homeless rate, man. And then bring these people off the street into those houses, into those apartments. And then after you get them in and start introducing them to programs to where that can help them pay for the housing temporarily, and then they start transitioning out and getting them a job, so then they can take care of that house that they want to, or an income. It doesn't have to be a job or an income to take care of those houses. You understand? Because we got a lot of programs out there or whatever, but they don't think that way. We'll just bring the Ukrainians over here and we'll just figure it out, and we'll just hand money over to them, and that's it, instead of just taking care of home, we got too many motherfuckers homeless. We do. I mean, here in Missouri's fucked up. We got homeless motherfuckers living on vacant land that people do not do a damn thing about. It's just been sitting there for years. Just sitting there. No one claims it, or it's just been sitting there. So the homeless is like, fuck it. And they just open up tents there and crash there. But here's the issue. The city, right, and I think this is the governors, I think. The governors, I guess, implemented, and I think they're passing a law. I think they already passed it, where a homeless person can't just stay on bare land like that. They just got to find somewhere to go. And everybody's like, well, where are they going to go? Governor's like, I don't know, but they need to go somewhere. Crazy, huh? You see how sick and twisted this fucking society is, right? It is really sick, man, and that was a Republican that did that shit. You understand? They got to go somewhere, man. You don't know what some of these people went through. You don't. Some of these people had houses that burnt the fuck down. You even had some of these people also, too, who went through catastrophic situations where a breadwinner so happened to pass away, and they never had any knowledge of what to do. Like, it's crazy, So I don't know. But, there's a lot of Ukrainians coming over here, I think he said 100,000. Some of them here in Kansas City, believe it or not, but 100,000 is a small number, man, because they got a population over there, over 14 million individuals over in Ukraine, and then on top of that, you got people fleeing Russia. Yeah, man, nobody want to fucking fight that goddamn war. Shit. Putin got a big ass war machine over there, man. And let me tell you about that war machine. That war machine over there, he has no intention on stopping that shit until he gets his own way. In my opinion, goddamn it, and shit, he wants as much of Europe as he can fucking get. That's just me talking, okay? He wants as much as Europe as he can, man. But once he brings NATO in that motherfucker, and NATO starts striking, man, you're talking multiple countries on one big ass country. And right now, China over there, they're playing it cool. They're playing it real cool, because they're in a situation like this that they do not support him. However, they're not saying they're against him. So they're like asking him, do you know what the fuck you're doing? It's like that over there. So, but that's a whole nother topic for another day of politics and all this other shit. So, but again, you guys, the cost of living, I just ask you guys, man, if you are in a situation where your state is expensive in the motherfucker, your city is expensive in the motherfucker, man, and you got a certain amount that you got coming in every single month, every single year or whatever, right? Okay. And for a fact you're just struggling, you're house hopping or whatever, man, but you still got the income coming in. You need to reconsider a fucking moving, man. Moving your ass to another state or another city that can make your dollar stretch, okay? That can make your dollar stretch, okay? Shit, I was just talking to one of my cousins, man, and he's a Tyrone. We always talk about the Pookies, Ray-Rays, Man-Mans, Chads, and Tyrones. He's a Tyrone, okay? That nigga got so many goddamn kids. It's crazy. He got about 8, 9 kids, 7 different kids, mamas and shit, right? He's a Tyrone. You know, like I said, he'll slide up on them. And I asked him an interesting question, you guys. Very interesting. I said, if I gave you $5,000 right now, all right, I showed him all these beautiful women in Thailand or whatever. They were beautiful bad bitches, okay, right? Because we got travel groups, you know, we participate in on Facebook and on WhatsApp. You know, Carlos know what I'm talking about, okay? So I told him some bad, beautiful women, right? And I asked him, I said, if I gave you $5,000 right now, all right now, and pay for your ticket and took you to Thailand, and you are getting 85% of a discount on your dollar, would you consider relocating permanently? Okay, we're talking 30 fresh females approaching you every fucking day in Thailand or parts of Southeast Asia. You don't like the first 30? No problem. There's going to be another fresh one and another fresh one. There's thousands of these women out there in Thailand. Pattaya, Thailand. Okay. You can go to Bangkok too. Okay. But Pattaya is a hot spot. And you're not having to duck for bullets. You're on a beautiful beach, or a beach is. It's lovely out there. The food is exotic. You're getting 5-star treatment for the price of a 2-star hotel. God damn it. Shit. What'd you consider? You know what that motherfucker told me? This is a Tyrone, y'all. You know what Tyrone said? Shit, man. Fuck that, man. Kansas City, this is home, man. This is home, shit. This is home. And you know what I said? That's perfectly fine. You want to keep your ass in this shit? That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. But me and my constituents, my colleagues, we have passports. We want to do better. We don't want to keep our asses in this shithole. We appreciate the United States for providing us with the passports, providing us with money, providing us with benefits, okay? Resources that we can take advantage of. But as far as the society, like I said during this whole video, our society is fucked up. It is. You got guys going fucking months and years without sex. Okay? Back in my day, brothers used to come over my house and just got done tagging and then got like another chick they about to tag that afternoon. Shit. Okay? And then come home to another shit. Like they had a cool rotation. This is in the 90s and the early 2000s. Not no more, man. Shit ain't coming back, man. This shit ain't coming back. But he said he was cool here. This is what he wants. I do not, under any circumstance, condemn a person who wants to keep your ass in the matrix. You want to keep your ass here, fine, cool. Where I have a problem with, though, is guys who actually criticize men who actually has the money, the time and resources for traveling. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with guys dick policing, passport policing, sausage policing, whatever you want to call it. I have a problem with that, okay? It's none of my business of where you spend your money and how much you get at your job. So why should it be my business of where another man spends his money and where he goes and sticks his sausage in? It's not my business. But there's a lot of guys out here and females who are really concerned about that shit. It is really ridiculous. So ask yourself, do you want to be around that type of society? I don't want to be around that type of society. I don't. I have no intention to it. Short term, yes. Long term, no. Okay? So I tell you guys, make sure, man, you guys limit your interactions with certain guys and women out here. Okay? Get your money out here. Okay? Get your income. Okay? All right? I say limit your interactions because you don't want to come up dead or missing, man. Like I said, this is a fucked up gun society, man, and they will gun your ass down or stab you, man, or fucking do whatever they can. If they're jealous of you, hell, they'll fucking poison you if they can. They will sabotage your success. This is my advice. This is my encouragement. I'm giving you hope right now. Limit your interactions. Focus on your purpose. You should be thinking to yourself, all right, I'm about to work this overtime. I'm about to work this side gig or these multiple gigs so I can get my ass the fuck up out of here. You should be thinking that shit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. So then therefore you can travel, see the world, see things for what they are, man. You don't have to necessarily keep your ass here and really assume that keeping your ass here is the only thing you can limit yourself to. You don't have to limit yourself to none of this shit. You don't have to, man. Fuck that. Anybody tell you you need to limit yourself, right, to the United States standards, man, you shouldn't have to. My daughter, 13, man, my intentions is to travel until she turns 18, get the money together, get my timing together, because my situation is different from everybody. You know, this channel here, I'm representing the guys who have their passports. They're ready to travel, but they're delayed for whatever the reason may be. These are the percentage of guys that I'm representing. We have our passports. We're done dating here, right? If we are dating, we're doing very, very short terms. No LCRs, no procreation with women, not moving in with them, none of that shit, not going half on businesses with them, not sharing bank accounts, none of that crap. I represent those guys. So once they get their money together, then they can get ready to get their schedule. And then after that, they can travel. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, hell, a couple months, whatever, come back, go back again another month, right? And then they got their own dating rotation outside the states. They don't have to settle for a land well. They don't have to settle for a fucking big ass fucking panda bear bitch. You don't have to, man. No land wells, no hippos, no panda bears, no walruses. You deserve better. You're a fucking man. You know you deserve better. You know you deserve to have a beautiful, pretty ass motherfucking Thailand woman to come over to you and say, "Can I give you massage? Can I wash your clothes for you? You know, can I do X, Y, and Z for you in the bedroom?" Right? You deserve that shit, man. You deserve to have you about 30 different women approaching you every goddamn day. Okay, you deserve that shit. All right, especially if you guys been on that rat race and working those jobs. You deserve it. Do not think you need to devalue yourself lower. You fucking deserve it. Okay? All right? So don't settle for these land wells. Don't be getting them pregnant out here. And for God's sakes, limit to your interactions. Short term, in and out situations with these women. Okay? All right? Drop the link if you guys wanted to join. You know, you guys have the option to, or whatever, you know. But no, but today's topic, I just wanted to talk about the cost of living in the United States and the current upbringing of children in today's society, man. I tell my boys, man, make sure you guys, man, if you can, because this is what I'm going to do, and hopefully you guys take this game and run with it. Don't leave your kids behind, right? Okay? Don't let these fucking single moms raise these goddamn kids. No. What you can do is raise your kids here when they turn 18 and give them the option to come with you to another country. My plan is to leave out of this country permanent. Get out of this country permanent, right? Make sure you got your income coming in. And then have those girls, especially if you got daughters, okay? Fathers with sons, it's easy as pie. But when it comes to the daughters, it's a different ballgame. Take the daughters with us. Bring them around the traditional, feminine, and cultured women, and let those women raise and teach our daughter how to be a woman at the fucking age of 17, 18 years old. Fuck that. These women out here do not know how to be wives, and they definitely do not know how to be a fucking mother. They don't. They're trying, but they do not. The results speak for itself. All the child support, the high divorce rate, all this shit. Breakups, women abandoning relationships, right? Women letting guys blast all in them, right? Getting a kid and then kick the guy to the curb for a check or whatever. I mean, the evidence is sitting right there in front of you, Joe. I just don't understand why would you guys entertain that shit in the United States, you know? All right. And like my buddy also said too, shout out to Carlos. Don't be bringing these fucking women over here to the United States. No, I had a guy that got on Carlos' channel. His name was what? Hot Sauce. He stayed in China. He said 16 years. So he says, and he said, well, when you bring them over here, they don't change like that. They don't change. So just go ahead and bring them over. Fuck no. Hell no. I just would not recommend it because it's too goddamn risky. Okay. Will they change? Not immediately, but over time, they can. You understand? You know, it's just like a shark, like I said on there. You bring a shark out of its fucking wildlife habitat, bring them to the zoo, the shark has to readapt over time. You understand? It's all about adapting. Okay? And you have to ask yourself, is the adaptation period worth it or not, man? Is it worth you cultivating? Well, as long as she's traditional or whatever and got that indoctrinated in her mind, she should be fine. That's what some of those motherfuckers say. Fuck that. No, I wouldn't bring her over. No, I just wouldn't. If there's more guys out here who's coming on panels like StreamYard and on YouTube or whatever, and they're actually warning us, whatever, and testifying to this, whatever, right? Then guys who actually are successful, I would not recommend that shit, you know? All right. Shout out to Al Grease from Frustrated One, where a guy actually said that on there and on Charles Tyler's channel, man. Don't bring that woman over here. No, it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. You know, you go over there, you see her, and you keep her there. That's it. You know, short term, okay, going back and forth. Long term, if you consider staying there permanently and you got your income coming in. I'm going to say it again. Short term, if you're going back and forth over there, right? Like in my case, I got to go back and forth because I got a kid I'm raising, right? Long term, if you decide to go over there, but make sure if you're going over there that the laws rule in your favor, that's number one. And number two, that woman has your best interest, not of her pockets, but to support and encourage anything that you do that is positive in the uplifting of your life as a man. Okay? Think about this, gentlemen. Get your money, get your passport, make a schedule, and get the fuck out of here, man. You guys can do this, right? And make sure your kids, man. I'm telling you, don't leave these kids behind with these single moms. Don't do it. Take your kids with you, okay? Even on vacation, man. Not all vacations. There's certain vacations or whatever. You go over there to do your thing or whatever. Make sure you make the appropriate arrangements to have your kids with you, okay? So they can be raised around those women. So they can be around those women. So those women, your children can actually see how these women treat their men and how these women treat their society and how the laws are totally different than here in the United States. It's just how it is, you guys. This is something to think about. But anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on this rant. You know, so far, no one joined the chat. Please click the like button, share this video. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. And for God's sakes, please take your daily dose of red pills. Talk to you soon. Peace.